Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 188. It's Saturday. What's going on here? Saturday morning, and I have one of my kids running in a state invitational something. And so they went one direction to their school, and then their bus was going to take them there, and I'm going down to watch. And on my way over there, I found that there's a casino nearby. So I planned it out now. So even though it's early morning, I'm going to head out toward this casino. I'm going to have 20 minutes at the casino, and then I will go to this competition, and I will have 20 minutes once I get there before my kid runs. So I think that's enough time. I think it's enough time. It should be fine. This morning it is 59 degrees. Right now it is 7 a.m. and I'm just heading out, and we'll see how that goes. I'll just tie this episode into tomorrow's episode, and we'll make one longer episode. So that's what's going on right now. We did go to the football game yesterday. We left at the end of the third quarter. Our team was down by more than 2 touchdowns, and one of the kids stayed with his friends, and he said that our team scored in the final seconds of the game to be down by 1, and went for a 2-point conversion and got it and won the game. That was crazy, because all the way into the fourth quarter they were shut out, and then just in the fourth quarter they were able to come back and win the game. So I guess we shouldn't have left at the end of the third quarter. So anyway, heading out to this casino, and I'll come back and update you. Alright guys, I am back. I didn't really realize how much time I had because I didn't have the exact address of where I was going, but I actually had almost 45 minutes that I could have spent at this place. I walk into this casino, looking around. Things have changed since I was here last. No problem walking around. I'm not finding any plays. First half of the casino, nothing. In fact, most of the advantage machines are turned off. So not a big deal. It looks like they're just moving them around, but just happens to be a lot of the advantage machines. So I go around the back part, nothing there. I'm coming back around to the front to finish my lap, and I see one play at $1.20 a spin, or $1 a spin by our new system here. And I sit down and I play that through, and I end up ahead like $109. So I'm happy there. Just finishing up. I only got 3 machines left to check. One of them ends up having a play. It's a $2 a spin play. I play that one through, and at first it looks like it was just gonna eat all my money, but it turned out really well. And by the time I finished on that machine, I left the casino ahead $698. So plus $698 there. And I actually took a video of it and a couple pictures of me winning that, because it was unusual hit on that one, which was nice. Part of our EV. So I mean, we don't want to go into all the mathematics right now, but you understand that if your chance of winning is 99% chance of winning $10 and a 1% chance of winning $1,000, you take that $990 plus the 1,000, so it's 2,000, and divide that by the 100%, so it comes out to a $20 EV. You're going to win $10 most of the time, but overall you're going to equalize to $20. That makes sense. So when you get some of these bigger unusual hits, it's part of the EV that's already calculated, but you don't realize it very often. So anyway, that's what's going on there. It was a nice little hit, very happy, and I'm moving on here. I'm going to actually get to, if this guy in front of me doesn't stop in the middle of the ramp here. I'm going to get to this competition about 20 minutes early, so I'll have time to find my kid and say hello and find a place to sit and, get ready to go. I wanted to mention something else, and I actually got an email, and since he's a fan of the show, I wanted to let you know I was a fan of his show, and that is the Churning Life. And I got an email from from the guy that runs that podcast, and it's a great podcast, and I've been listening to it for a long time, since the beginning, which is not very old, but I've been listening to it since the beginning, and there's a lot of really good information out there, and I emailed him back and thanked him for being a fan, and I explained that I'm really interested in that stuff, but I'm so busy. I need a little boost in my knowledge. I just don't have it yet. I've got a couple 100,000 points right now on credit cards that I need to use, and I would love to get into the buying clubs and all those different things, but I just don't have a chance. And I can put aside, let's say $30,000 for that, but I need to know what I'm doing. So I'm still developing and learning, and I appreciate your support in listening to my podcast, and I do love your podcast. So that's what's going on right now. I'm going to let you go, and you probably won't hear from me again until tomorrow, which is Sunday. All right, guys, I'm back. It's still Saturday, though. So I did find another way to get to a casino today. I had a kid that was volunteering for something, and it is, well, I don't want to say it's near a casino. It's about 40 minutes from a casino. So we have about 3 hours of spare time, and so we're going to go ahead and go to a casino. We're going to try to get another session in, and then we're going to go to dinner with the wife tonight. So that's what's going on right now. The wife took some of the other kids and is taking them to some kind of obstacle course, something that they're doing. So they'll be busy for a while. I'm going to go ahead and do this and try to make a little bit more money. Boy, has the temperature changed. It's up to 86 degrees right now, and it's just scorching hot outside. And I meant to change into some shorts, and I didn't, but I'll be inside in the air conditioning anyway. So I'm letting you go right now. I'm going to head to the casino, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Just leaving this place, heading home. And it was very, very, very busy. Found some initial plays, played those, and I was ahead like 115 or so, 120, 115, and really everything else was garbage. And I hung around a little too long because there's so many people there, and I was waiting for machines to clear up that just weren't going to clear up for a long time. And on my way out, I actually saw a guy that I used to play poker with about 20 years ago. He told me that today was his birthday, and he's turning 81 today, so 81 years young today. And he has been gambling since he was 14. He has been smoking since he was 14. And he has been in prison for running numbers and doing all kinds of stuff, and he's still around, smoking for, 57 years, had half of one of his lungs removed, and is still smoking. And yeah, that's how some people are. And he's 81 today, and then some people live a fit and healthy life and try to do the right things and get hit by a car in the park or something, it's like so crazy. Anyway, yeah, by the time I left, I was kind of in a nasty mood, but did end up ahead $120, and now heading toward home, and then I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. It is so hot outside. I got to get some shorts on. So, all right, gonna let you go for now, and we'll talk in the morning or afternoon tomorrow. All right, good afternoon, guys. I am back. It is Sunday afternoon. 90 degrees outside, and we are heading off to our first casino. We are going to go to an area that we have never been on a weekend. I cannot recall ever coming to this area on a weekend before, and we're going to do it today. I dropped off 2 of my kids who are doing some volunteering today, and I was going to go a different direction, but I said, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's do something different, and we'll see what happens. I'm excited about today. A little bit nervous because I'm not going to know a lot of the people here, so I got to be careful with how I do things and not have too big of a spread, but I'm excited as well. So right now we have been on the road for almost 2 hours. Still have about, looks like 37 more minutes to go before we get to our first destination, and we're going to be playing slots there. I am giving up some EV where I had a little bit of free play at other places to come to this direction, but I feel like it's the right decision for today. So like I said, we're on our way and almost to our first casino, and we're going to go in there, play some slots, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. So just left the first place, and it was pretty busy, but from what I hear from a friend, the next place I'm going to is jam-packed. So he said, take your time getting here, it's going to be busy for a little while. So I said okay, and I just finished up at this location, get all my maps all input, but it was very busy. They had a giveaway that was like a featherweight giveaway. It was such a small item, and it was so packed, like an item you could get at a grocery store for $5 or less, and people were lined up like crazy. People were walking around with these things, 2 of them. They were all proud of themselves that they had 2 of them. So anyway, let me see here. I ended up actually only playing 2 small plays. One of them, 2 spins at $5, and I ended up turning that into 25, and the other one about $4 a spin. It only took me about a minute or so, and I was made like about $100 profit on that one. So overall I ended up ahead $126. So $126 in and out of there. And actually I can tell you how long I was in there, because I sent a text message right before that, and that's not the right one. I think I was in there maybe half an hour, 30, actually about 40 minutes. So did take my time, I guess, after all. And I'm leaving, moving on to the next casino. I guess it's cooled off a little bit outside. It's 84 degrees now, and we're going to continue on. And then the problem at the next place is going to be having enough room to play, having a table that's private enough where it's just me and one person. I really don't want to go more than that, and have a decent limit. So this place has tables anywhere from $15 to $200 or more minimums. So I'd like to be around the $25 or $50 range if I can, and we'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to let you go right now. I'm going to continue on my trip on this beautiful day, no clouds in the sky, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I'm back. I may have made a mistake here. I just entered the parking lot for this casino. I have never seen it this busy, ever. Sorry. Already took my seatbelt off, put it back on. It's going to be a while before I find a parking spot. I've never, ever, ever seen it like this before. Wow. Yeah, I just worry about what it's going to be like inside. So I guess I might be playing the $100 table, not the $25 or $50 table. We'll see what happens here. I have not moved since I pulled into the parking lot. Cars as far as I can see ahead of me, both coming in and leaving. So it might be nuts. I'll let you know what happens. Alright guys, I am back in the elevator heading to my car. I was in there for I don't know how long, hour and 45 minutes or so, and definitely packed It's really thinned out now. There was an event going on, and it was extremely busy. I gotta get some gas here pretty soon, but I walked in and it was very busy inside. Looked at slot machines, didn't find anything that was worthwhile. Moved on to blackjack, looking for a $25 or $50 table. I did find a table, sat down and played on that, bought in for $500. We got it up to plus 800, down to minus 300 or 400, up to plus 900, back down to minus 300, I think, and then eventually was able to get to plus 1,000. I had a running minus 5 and decided to walk away, plus $1,000. I went and looked at slots again, couldn't find anything. Went back and went to what's normally a $25 table. They had raised it to a $50 table. Played there for a while and couldn't get anything going. Slow dealers, slow players, side bets, people coming in, just doing ridiculous slow things, talking, standing up, pounding the table, blah, 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 stupid stuff. And ended up finally leaving that table at the end of a shoe, plus 75. So plus 1,000 on one blackjack table, plus 75 on another blackjack table. That's all I could do. I couldn't find any slots. Tons of people in there, but no plays. So obviously the hustlers came out too. So that's where we are right now. I'm getting ready to leave this parking garage, and hopefully I'm gonna go to this other spot I have in mind. Hopefully I can get some playtime in. It's a little bit sweaty right now in there as far as I'm concerned, so I just got to be careful and make sure I can get some playtime in. Otherwise, if it looks bad, then I'm just going to turn around and go to the car without playing any kind of blackjack or any kind of table game. We'll see how it goes. Let me think here. Yeah, that's really what's going on right now. Hopefully get to this next place and get an hour in. If I get an hour in, I know that I'm going to be okay. That's about it. So I'm going to let you go right now, plus a total of 1075, and moving on to the next casino. Wow, it is so hot. What is going on? Man, I'm sweating like crazy right now. I went into that place and I was worried about that place, that they'd had about enough of me in blackjack. But alas, I couldn't figure it out, couldn't find out. What happened was, I walk in, look at slots like I normally would. Then I go to the blackjack area. There are only 3 tables open, all of them completely full. Nobody in there knew me at all. It was a good opportunity for me to make some money. I went around, looked at some slots, found a couple small plays, and ended ahead $56. So I'm like, okay, so far, facial recognition, no problem. Slots, no problem. I wasn't using a card. I said, let's push it just a little bit. Let's get some food, and we'll use comps for the food. So I went and got some food, got some chicken and rice, and left with my ticket and said I'd come back in about 15 minutes. Took one more lap and actually found some opportunities in poker, on poker machines. Played those, ended up ahead another 57. Went back, picked up my food, no issues. Went out the door, no issues. So that tells me it's either blackjack for sure, or it's specific people that are looking out for me. So we'll find out. I did see one dealer that knew me, and I kind of walked away so he wouldn't see me, just in case, because I want to know the truth about what it is. So we're going to try things one thing at a time, and we'll figure out what's going on. So as of right now, we don't know, but I ended up making a little bit of money, plus 56 and plus 57, which is 113 on slots, and we're moving on to another casino. I'm going to enjoy my food here on the drive over. I'll be back. Whew, I'm back, guys. I picked the wrong area to go to. This place is so busy. Come on, man. I come out to my car. I park far away because it's busy. I come back out, and there's a car like inches away from my car. It's like a Jeep. I'm like, are you kidding me? I look over, and they're still in there. How could you park so close to somebody? I should have... No, I'm not like that, but anyway. And she's like, you okay? I'm like, you dumb... Anyway, here we go. Went in this place, and you know, I haven't played low limit for so long that I kind of messed myself up here, because I found a table, and it's you know, just sitting there empty. It's $15. I'm like, this is great. It's like 15 to 500 or something like that. I'm like, this is nice. I'll just play here for a minute. The other tables are full. High Limit had 3 tables, all $100 tables, which I'm okay with, but all 3 of them were reserved. Like, what the? So, and 2 of the 3 people aren't there. They have their chips on the table and they're not there. And I've been told at this place before that there are certain high roller players, you could call them, that come in and spend the whole day, and they'll spend like 40 minutes at the table. They'll go talk to people, come back, get some coffee, come back, get some dinner. It's like ridiculous to me. I don't know. I like to get down to business and try to make some money. But I sit down at this $15 table, doing fine. Count starts going up. I go to 75, and I get a blackjack, and I get paid 6 to 5, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Hold on, someone's texting me. So, of course, that was my last hand at the table. Felt pretty stupid walking around with the $2.50 chips, and I don't know what it was. I don't know, but okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, I guess no $2.50 chip, but moved on to another area, and there I'm betting like $20 to $25 table. I'm going 25, 75, 200, blah blah blah. I get a blackjack for 75, and I'm like, they pay me, and I'm like, oh no, this isn't another 3 to 2 or 6 to 5 table, because they put out the $2.50 chip, and of course it's $112.50, so I was okay. But I'm like, I didn't even look, because usually there's no 6 to 5 tables here, so I didn't even think about it. But when it happens, it like punches you in the gut. You're like, you just stole money from me, you just pickpocketed me. But anyway, I ended up leaving the first table down like $40 or something like that, and then leaving the second table, overall combined between the 2 tables, I had like 175. So plus 175 on some blackjack there. No real opportunities, very busy. Plus there was an 8 deck, so it's like, it's just frustrating. You know, when you get into a groove of all the good games, having to discover new stuff, different locations, different times of the day, a little bit frustrating. And then I did play one slot machine at $4 a spin, and that took me down a rabbit hole, and I was involved for 600, and I was down to my last $30 before it finally paid out, and I ended up leaving that machine ahead 77. So plus 175 on blackjack, plus 77 on slots. And I'm kind of second guessing coming over here, because I did have some EV waiting for me at the other place, area, but it's okay. It's good to expand a little bit and go outside your normal comfort zone. But right now it is dark outside, of course, and I'm moving on to another casino, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I want to tell you a little story here, something that happened at that last place. And I actually had a hand where I had ace 9, and the dealer had an ace, and I don't know what happened in that one, but there's 2 aces there. The next hand, I get 2 aces, and I split, and I get a 3rd ace, and I split, and I got a 10, and then I got another ace. I ended up splitting the 4, so that means there's 4 aces there, and the dealer had an ace underneath. That's 5, and the hand before there was 3, so there was 8 aces in 2 heads-up hands. That's a little weird. And if you wanted to design a formula for losing for a player, you're going to put a bunch of aces back to back, especially on a, well, I mean, it doesn't matter, but a bunch of aces in a row like that against an ace or a face card or something like that is just disaster. It actually ended up, I don't know how it ended up. I think I might have won all 4 of those, or 2 of 4, I don't remember. The thing that was important there, though, was so many aces have been coming out at certain places in big clumps like that, and then having big clumps of 10s where I've got 2 hands going, I get 2 20s, and the dealer gets a 20. Next hand, I get 2 20s, the dealer gets a 20, and it just wrecks you. And I'm not saying anything's going on there, but I'm just saying that those are the kind of hands that just can destroy your count, and then you're really set up for failure. So, especially if it's toward the beginning of the shoe, now you got to make a decision if you're leaving or what you're doing. Because even at a neutral count, you're at a disadvantage because you just blew 8 aces in 2 hands. But anyway, I thought that was something interesting that I would share with you. Continuing on to the next casino, I'm still about 40 miles away from the next spot, and I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. It's not that long since I talked to you. It hasn't been that long, but I was in this place about an hour and 20 minutes. And the first machine I went to, well, first of all, I wanted to check out blackjack, but there was no blackjack. There was free bet, there was 3 card, there was ultimate Texas Hold'em, there's crisscross something, there's I love flushes, there's another flush something, there's craps, there's roulette, but there's no blackjack. Maybe might have been one blackjack table buried in there somewhere, but just no opportunity to play. I need to do one other thing. I didn't plan ahead here. But so I go to check out the machines, and I find one right away, and it's at like a medium level, like a $2 a spin level, so it's not cheap, but it's not too expensive. I figure, I'm going to play this for a minute or 2, and everything's going to be okay. I played that thing for like 35 minutes, and it just sucked the money. I was down as much as like $480 or something like that. Let me see this here real quick. I got a little issue here. Hold on. Okay.
In 800 feet, turn right.
So anyway, man, I might have to cancel this there. Okay, sorry. So, by the time I finished that play, I was down about 280, 260, somewhere in there. And honestly, I wasn't finding much, and I was getting ready to leave. And I'm like, I don't want to leave down this much, especially since it was a decent play. I've got plenty of time. I'm actually way early right now because I'm not used to going this direction. So I probably could have hit one more casino easily. But at this point, if I want to add, each casino I want to add is going to add about 2 hours to my trip. So it doesn't make a lot of sense at this point. So I decided to stay and look around, and I found a couple small plays and edged back a little bit and a little bit more. And soon I was down about $80. And I decided to take a break, get something to eat, and then come back and play. So that's what I did. I got these chicken strip things. come with fries, and of course I'm not eating fries right now. I don't need any more stuff like that. Even the chicken isn't that great for me, but I'm trying to do my best. And then went back and started looking again, found a couple more little plays, and ended up squeezing out a small victory ahead, $7. So kind of embarrassing here, starting off with what I thought was a good play, and it ended up eating all my money, and then I had to struggle back to end up ahead only $7 for the evening. But what are you going to do? I'm actually going to get home at a decent hour, like 3 a.m., and I'll be able to get some okay sleep. I do need to do a little bit of work for the office, and then tomorrow I'm actually going to be doing a training that I'm not prepared for, so I'll get to work around 8 o'clock and get ready for that. The training is at 9. I'll get all my stuff together for that, and everything should be fine there. But I've been forgetting to do these segments, so let's go ahead and do them now. What did you eat today, MW? All right. Trying to think back here because it's been a long day here. Just now, I told you I had those chicken strips, no fries, and before that, I could have sworn I ate something earlier. What did I eat? I guess I didn't. Before that, I had lunch at home. We had a couple birthdays in the family, so we had a gathering as a family. So I had a piece of cake, and I had some like roast beef stuff and things like that. So it was pretty good. Some salad, all that was good. I was at my mom's house, so I have to say that it's like the best food in the world, no matter what. So on a scale of 2 through ace, it was an ace. And these chicken strip things, on a scale of 2 through ace, I would say they're about a 10. The only downside was I thought, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I thought they were too big and there were too many of them. I thought that they were okay food, but for that much of it, it was actually almost kind of sickening to have too much of it. So, yeah, kind of weird. But now, what did you tip today, MW? As you know, I did get a couple blackjack sessions in also, and I ended up ahead on 3 of the 4 sessions that I played, and I tipped $0. So I don't know you, you don't know me. Why should I ever tip you? I wouldn't just walk up to someone I don't know and say, hey, you're doing a good job doing exactly what you're supposed to do and no more than that. So here's some free money. So I didn't tip anything. And right now I'm stopping at a gas station again real quick, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, I am back. Continuing on here, heading toward home. It is 1:30 right now, and 68 degrees outside. I can't say that it was the most exciting trip. I can't say that I would do it again. I think I would go back to a different area rather than go this way on a day like today, only because it was so crowded. And lots of the other casinos I would go to as an alternative are smaller town casinos and a little bit more opportunity, more blackjack tables available, and more slot stuff available. I also had some free play at 2 or 3 places, small amounts, but something, and could have played with that as well. But overall, did okay, made a little bit of money, whatever, $1,300 or whatever, and we're going to continue to do that. Tomorrow and Tuesday may be boring days. Going to be a lot of office stuff. Tomorrow morning we'll not be able to go play before I go to the office, only because I have to get ready for a training that I am doing, training others. So I need to learn the material myself the first hour of the day so I can train others and answer questions on it. And then after that, I'm going to have some other meetings, and to be honest, I really haven't looked, but I can tell you right now, today is Monday. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 meetings tomorrow, or today. So definitely not the easiest day, and I will not get a chance to go to a casino before work, and I may go after work, but not positive. So Monday might be a loss. Might not be able to make any money tomorrow. But between Monday and Tuesday, hopefully something good will happen, and I will keep you updated. For now, I'm just going to relax and enjoy the rest of the trip, the peace and quiet, and head home, and then I'll catch up with you guys soon. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.